Hi friends, welcome to this new video about VR Wars. As you saw from the title, we had the chance to try MotoGP VR for arcades. Hang tight and hear my impressions. I've been following this experience with great interest for at least 3 years, but I was never lucky enough to find it installed anywhere. At this year's Fexpo, we were finally able to try it, which was a great surprise. For those who don't know, Fexpo is a trade show open only to professionals in the entertainment industry. Behind this event is a consortium called FVE, created in 2017 to promote fun and healthy entertainment for families. We also attended last year and it gave us a lot of VR surprises with experiences you won't easily find for your home VR headsets. These experiences are only available in certain arcades or VR rooms and you can't install them at home. Of course, VR makes up less than 10% of this industry because family entertainment and amusement parks are mainly about physical experiences. But technology is slowly taking over, thanks to lower maintenance costs and less wear and tear compared to traditional games like punching bags or shooting cans with air rifles. Since these machines are displayed for sale to those who manage entertainment centers or large shopping malls, it was possible to try everything without time limits or tokens. Motorbike simulators are much rarer than car simulators, and in VR they are almost impossible to find. Now let's talk about the hardware. The cabinet is made by Raw Thrills, which I've already mentioned for their King Kong and Sailor Quest cabinets. It's basically a gaming PC connected to two HP Reverb G2 headsets. They haven't upgraded to Pimax Crystal yet, but the Reverb is more than enough to enjoy these experiences away from home. The cabinet itself is a generic motorcycle model on a spring that offers 3 degrees of freedom, while the headset and software provide 6 degrees of freedom, 60F. The throttle and brake reveal the arcade nature of the experience, but in VR, you really feel the speed and the immersion. There was no audio in the headphones because the cabinet not only released strong air blasts but also played the sound through 2 speakers at the front. Personally, if it didn't cost thousands of euros, I would love to have something like this at home, especially since you can easily find some VR motorbike experiences on Steam. With the VR headset on and lights turned on, we were thrilled and ready to go. From the bike selection, we could see that this wasn't the latest MotoGP for PC and consoles, but a modified version from a few years ago. The Suzuki bikes were still there, even though they left the MotoGP over 3 years ago, and there were no official rider licenses. Not that this was a big deal, but I wanted to point it out, and without hesitation, we chose a Ducati Lenovo. As for the circuits, not all 20 official tracks were included, but popular ones like the Mugello, Silverstone and Assen were present. After a short loading time, we were ready. I can't say I was blown away by the graphics or immersion, but I definitely felt at home. VR is the perfect environment for a game like this, and despite the arcade nature of the software, I felt this was the right way to play. Even though it's not comparable to the emotions and risks of riding a real bike, just like playing Dirt Rally 2 with a racing setup, and VR isn't the same as driving a real rally car, it's still one of the best experiences in driving games. However, as mentioned, the arcade software quickly shows its limits for someone like me, who knows how to drive a virtual motorbike. Before we continue, a big shout out to someone is related with VR. VR Rock is a company that in recent years has specialized in producing prescription lenses for virtual reality headsets. We've tested and given highly positive feedback for all the previous models we tried, from Rift S to Quest 1, 2, PSVR 2 and more. On their website, you'll find lenses for all kinds of devices, including Pimax, but the news is that lenses for MetaQuest 3S and Pico 4 Ultra are already available for purchase. Don't waste time if you're interested in buying so you don't miss out on the discount by using the code in the description. All you need to do is enter the data provided by your optometrist and that's it. You can also add blue light protection if you're interested. You'll find the link and discount code in the description. So let's return to the game. To make it accessible for everyone, all the braking and stability assists were turned on, and there were no gears. Despite this, the fun was so great that it was worth every minute of the trip to Bergamo just to try it. Maybe those who aren't interested in motorbikes or virtual motorbikes won't find this experience exciting, just like some of you don't play Assetto Corsa or Project Cars because you don't care about driving. The difference is that you can buy a driving setup at different price levels, from a $50 steering wheel to setups costing $5,000 or more, but there's nothing similar for motorbikes in that price range. Moto Trainer offers something at trade shows, but it's more for motocross than track bikes, and the price is too high. For those of you who are curious, I'm working on a home project. Stay tuned because something is coming soon on the channel. Going back to the simulator, the experience was fantastic, just how I wanted it, but the software is too simple for passionate gamers like us. I can't blame Raw Thrills though, because they are the only ones offering these kinds of experiences. The other driving cabinets like Asphalt Arcade and Fast and Furious are less fun and can't compare with driving games on PC or consoles. If this cabinet had been running a game like Ride 4 or Ride 5, it would have been even more fun. Unfortunately, the decline of arcades is clear for many reasons, and I think younger people aren't interested in going to the few centers that are still open because the software can't compete with games on PlayStation and Xbox. I also spent a good 40 minutes on the spectacular Sailor Quest, a rail shooter cabinet also by Raw Thrills with impressive PC VR graphics and epic boss fights similar to Asgard's Wrath. Every VR fan should try it. If you spot it in any shopping malls, let us know so we can share it with everyone to help keep this type of experience alive and not limited to countries like Japan. It's a shame that Faro Games didn't bring King Kong Skull Island VR 2, which has even more content than what we tried last year. I want to conclude with a big thanks to all the friends who came to visit me there. Hope you enjoyed the chance to try Apple Vision Pro, Labo VR and the X-Real 2. That's really all from this exhibition. Put like and subscribe if you have loved this content. We will see you soon on the channel with a new video. Take care!